questions with no more than 2 words.
So let's start with planning and preparation. It's so important to research your topic carefully. Don't write down every word, just some key notes and useful phrases. Before your presentation, make sure the room has been prepared and the technical equipment has been checked. Any handouts you want to distribute must be photocopied in advance. Check that you have enough copies. It's such an easy thing to forget. Start your presentation by introducing yourself and your topic. Don't read from your notes. Look at your audience. An audience likes to be entertained, so make your talk interesting. Make a few spontaneous comments and tell a couple of jokes. Tell the audience at the beginning what the structure of your talk will be. Give signposts such as first, next, and finally while you talk so that your listeners can follow you better. Do you remember I told you at the beginning that my talk has 4 parts, and I told you what they would be? Speak clearly, slowly, and loudly enough so that you can be heard and understood by everyone. Questions should be saved for the end of your talk, so you can do your presentation without interruptions. Use visuals. People understand much better when they can see things. But don't stand in front of the screen and block the view when visuals are being shown. That's such a common mistake that inexperienced speakers make. You can close your presentation with a summary of your main points. In other words, you start a presentation by telling your audience what you are going to say. Then you say it, and you finish by telling them what you said. Finally, I'd like to say something about body language and clothes. Don't underestimate the importance of appearance in today's business world. Stand up straight, look confident, smile, and make eye contact with your audience. The right clothes, whether it's casual jeans or formal jacket and dark trousers, will depend on the situation and on your company's dress code. In any case, you should aim to look professional, or you might not be taken seriously. Well, that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Now, if anyone has any questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
Now, here are some ways you can incorporate appropriate body language into your speeches. Eye contact. Have you ever conversed with someone who did not look at you directly? The person looked over your shoulder, above your head, at the floor, at their phone, or even at someone else, everywhere but you. How does that make you feel? Most likely, you doubted that person's interest, honesty, and confidence. Or you may have felt excluded or ignored. The truth is, eye contact plays a major role in how people perceive one another. And as a speaker, you must pay special attention to it. Establishing eye contact with your audience is a prerequisite for being able to project and create a bond with your audience. Don't just pass your gaze throughout the room. Instead, try to focus on individual listeners and construct a bond with them by looking at them directly in the eye for 5 to 10 seconds. To make this happen a little easier, find a single person in the audience. You know, those who are nodding in agreement or fully engaged with your every word. And make eye contact with him or her. Stay with that person long enough to deliver a full sentence or complete thought. Gestures. Gestures are the most expressive part of body language and consist of movements of the head, shoulders, arms, hands, or some other part of the body. To be most effective, gestures should be made above your elbow and away from your body. And they can be vigorous and definite to show conviction and enthusiasm. For example, a sweeping wave of your arm to show distance, or a rapid up and down nod of your head to indicate approval will add more of a punch to your message than a half-hearted hand wave or a barely noticeable dip of the head. Expression. Your face conveys how your listeners are supposed to react and feel. For example, if you're talking about a terrible automotive accident, yet you are smiling and nodding, your audience will be confused, not sad. Your facial expression must be consistent with the feelings or information you are communicating. Your eyes, eye movement, eyebrows, and mouth play vital roles in showing sadness, fear, happiness, anger, frustration, nervousness, excitement, boredom, interest, wonder, exhaustion, aggressiveness, confidence, and uncertainty. Whenever you show these feelings, your audience will imitate them. Show sadness by lowering your eyelids, turning down your mouth slightly, and bowing your head. Show surprise and disbelief by widening your eyes and raising your eyebrows. Smile broadly to show happiness. Make it natural. Body language needs to look natural so that it is consistent with the meaning of the words spoken. Using body language that is comfortable for you and enjoyable for the audience takes thought and practice. It is so important to practice your speech in front of a mirror, camera, or in front of a few trusted friends or family so that your eye contact, gestures, and facial expressions fit appropriately into your speech. Match your gestures to your words. You should be compelled to gesture and make facial expressions when your thought requires such action.
Once you have researched your presentation topic and know what you want to say, it is important to know how to deliver the information. This video will explain how to engage with your audience in order to deliver an effective presentation. Be aware of your non-verbal communication. Use body language that shows confidence. Have good posture. Smile and act relaxed. It will make you look more confident and it will make you feel more confident. Make eye contact with your audience instead of reading off your notes the entire time. Avoid distracting behaviors like chewing gum. Watch for nervous gestures such as rocking, tapping, or fidgeting. You should also make sure to dress appropriately for your profession. Take time to think during your presentation. People have a tendency to speak more quickly under pressure. Make an effort to slow your pace and include pauses. Speaking slower will also help you avoid excessive verbal fillers like or ah. Pay attention to your volume. Think about projecting your voice to the back of the classroom so that everyone can hear what you have to say. Try to speak clearly so that your audience can easily understand your words. Engage your audience. Avoid the lecture. By incorporating more than a speech into your presentation, you'll be better able to hold your audience's attention. Try using visuals, asking questions, or doing activities. Practice your presentation. You will be more comfortable delivering your presentation if you know it well. Make sure you give yourself enough time to put your presentation together and practice it several times. If you are using visuals, you should know them well enough that you are not constantly looking at the screen and having your back or side to the audience. We hope that these tips can help you deliver an effective presentation. Thanks for watching.
everyone, my name is Jill Schiffelbein with Impromptu Guru, and these videos will help you prepare before the speech. One of the most common mistakes that I know that people make when they have to give a presentation is not taking the proper time to organize their content before going on stage or in front of an audience. So I'm going to give you a quick format of an outline that you can use to organize any presentation that you give. And it's a simple organizational pattern. It starts with the first part, the introduction. And the introduction contains 3 segments. You gain attention, you state a thesis or your purpose for the presentation, and then you preview your main points. That's done in the introduction. When you move to the body, which is the bulk of your presentation, have absolutely no more than 5 main points. Keep it to 3 if you can. That's a good magic number. Organize those main points and your sub-points that have support. Do that in a logical way that let your audience follow you easily. After that, you end with a conclusion. And in the conclusion, you first restate what you told them. So you have the preview, you tell them the information, and then you restate it. Then you restate your purpose statement, and finally end with a bang.